Hello everyone, this is Carol. Whenever you ask an expert in the video editing industry, what do you think is the most important factor to produce a good picture? I believe that vast majority of the answers would be the light. So what precisely are we talking about when we talk about light? Today, we're going to take a close look at this topic and explain the impact of light and shadow on the image. To unlock this question, we need to find the answer in the history of art. Back in the Renaissance, the classical painters began to study and explore light and use it in their works. The results they achieved still have a directive effect on photography and film shooting nowadays. The classical painters back then and photographers today share a common goal, and that is to tell a good story through image. So many modern directors now would lead to find inspiration for tone among various art paintings before making a film. Leonardo da Vinci is known as the father of chiaroscuro method. He innovated the use of light and shadow, and in his paintings, the shadow is no longer a part of light, which should not exist, but instead serves as an important compositional element. The use of this technique was later taken to its peak by Caravaggio. They used shadows extensively in their paintings, creating fuller and more delicate three-dimensional shapes through the subtle change of light and shadow. When looking at a painting, photos, or film, the shadows in the image can have a great impact on your perception too. You can find an explanation for this fact in Gestalt psychology. Gestalt psychologists believe that when people observe a picture, they would not be able to distinguish each part at the very beginning. But instead, they would put the parts together to make a whole, so that they can understand it more easily. This theory suggests that people's brain can quickly evaluate an image, which is a layout of light and dark. This light and dark layout determines the mood of a work, and is a keynote of the picture, which we now call the tone. The tone is something that a creator works out before creating his work, and the creator uses the tone to express and reinforce emotion brought by the work. The tone is generally divided into two levels. One is the brightness of the picture. Another is a contrast between light and dark, which corresponds exposure and contrast in the video editing software we use. By adjusting these two settings, we can make the most basic tone adjustment. In VideoProc, you can adjust the parameters in two places. One is in the color editor. By pulling the bottom on exposure, you can adjust the brightness of the screen. And by pulling the bottom on contrast, you can adjust the contrast between light and dark. You can also see a control panel on the right side of the main interface. If you want to better grasp the relationship between light and dark on the whole screen, you can first pull the saturation to the minimal, which leaves the screen with only black, white, and gray, and there will be no other colors to distract you on the processing of light. And then revert it after the final adjustment. Now, you should have an overview of what shading is. How should we control the tone to convey the mood we want to express? Or how to apply the shadow tone? In the next video, we will continue to explain the different types and the use of the tone. Well, this is all for today's video. And if you want to know more about other editing tricks or what has been going on with VideoProc, be sure to click that subscribe button to subscribe channel if you haven't yet. And we'll see you soon in our next video. Hope you enjoy. Bye bye!